Hey pets, it is Dapett, and welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video. Today we're going back to the Legacy format. One of my old friends, his name is TyStar88 in game. He stepped away from this game, and he's been working overseas and stuff, so he's pretty busy. But he's been checking out my YouTube channel, and he actually texted me this morning and said, "Yo, Pet, I checked out your YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. The fact that you're getting started into gameplay recording, making new and interesting decks or twists on decks, that's a pretty fantastic thing." And he actually wanted me to make a Kyogre and Groudon Legend deck. And I texted him, I said, "Ty, buddy, Legends are so hard to make and be consistent with, but you know what, he wanted it, so I'm gonna go ahead and I built the deck. This is actually my third video of trying to build this deck and battle with it. The first video that I made, the audio quality was off, so it just wasn't good, so I had to scrap it, and I even scrapped the whole deck that I made. And then I restarted another video, which was probably about half an hour, 35 minutes ago, and it showed me building the deck, going into my card choices, why I have what I have in the deck, explaining every card and the strategy behind the deck. And I actually made it into a battle. I won the battle, but then at the end, I'm a parent, so my kids in the background started going all ham and stuff, and you'll probably hear my little son crawling around there in the back at some point. But in any case, I'm not proficient enough with OBS software or audio editing software yet to edit out those sounds and kind of make a flawless and seamless video for you guys. But I'm learning, right? We all got to start somewhere. But anyways, let's get into this. The start of our deck is a Kyogre and Groudon Legend. Now, if you guys know anything about Legends, they come in halves. That means you have a top half and you have a bottom half, and you need both of them to make a singular Pokemon in order to use its attack, which is why it's so tricky to get set up and be consistent about it. So Kyogre and Groudon Legend is 150 HP Pokemon. That's a dual water and fighting type. Okay, it's got two attacks. Both of them are energy intensive, and the reason why I say that, they're both 4 energy cost attacks. The first attack, which we're going to be utilizing today, is 2 water energies and 2 colorless energies. And the effect of this attack, well, it's called Tidal Wave. You discard the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck, and then for every energy card you discard in this manner, you do 30 damage times the number of energy cards you discarded to your opponent's benched Pokemon. If they are not running Mr. Mime and you discard 5 energies, that's 150 damage to every single Pokemon on their bench, right? Potentially massive destruction. Okay, the secondary attack of this is Massive Eruption. It's 100 times the amount of energy cards that you discard from your own deck. Now, that's pretty cool. That's, you pretty much one-hit KO everything with high energy count in your deck. But I'm not running any fighting energies. I'm going to focus strictly on Tidal Wave for today, and I think that's going to be good enough. So yeah, I think that's a good place to start. Now, this deck, or this Pokemon in particular, has a whole whack of weaknesses. It's got 3 energy cost, which is very high, and it's got a dual weakness to grass types and lightning types. So Raikou EX will destroy this Pokemon in one shot, and Genesect EX will also destroy this Pokemon in one shot. So again, those guys are 2 of the biggest guys in Legacy, right? I always see a Raikou with a Ray Eels deck, or at least that's the way I play it, to give a little variation in your attacking. So it's definitely tough. It's not a top tier deck. I'll say that. Okay, so that's our main attacker of the deck. I also running Sequin. I hope I'm saying that right. For the ability Safeguard, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by Pokemon EX. Okay, now this might give me the ability to stall a deck that runs a lot of EX cards, maybe for a round, but even that one singular round might be enough to help me get set up what I need to get set up. It also offers me a non-EX attacker that can hit for 70 damage, and against Landorus that 70 turns into 140. So that's a pretty decent damage output, I think, and it gives Landorus a little bit of pause. Okay, now we're also running Keldeo EX for this ability, Rush In. Once during your turn before your attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So you rush in and it clears any special conditions that are affecting your active Pokemon. It also has this attack, 50 damage plus for Secret Sword. Now 50 is a base damage, but you do 20 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So you load them up and bang, you can potentially one hit anything with enough energy. Now the main problem of this deck, other than being weak to Raikou, than being weak to Magnezone Prime and Genesect EX, is the fact that a Mewtwo can easily counter this deck because it's a high energy deck and you need a lot of energy to be effective in what it is you're trying to do. So, Mewtwo EX, Raikou EX, Magnezone Prime, Genesect EX are all going to cause a lot of problems for this deck. Okay, now in order to combat some of the bench snipers, like Raikou EX can hit the bench, Genesect EX can hit the bench, Darkrai EX can hit the bench, Landorus EX can hit the bench, we're running Mr. Mime. So, another problem that I see here is Garbodor. Garbodor will absolutely destroy this deck because I am very ability reliant. Now I would have loved to have tried Feraligatr, and I thought about going that route, but Feraligatr only attaches to water type Pokemon, and because of this fighting Pokemon aspect of the Kyogre and Groudon Legend, I didn't know if that was going to work, and I didn't want to try it on video. So I didn't bother to put it in there. I used Blastoise instead. Okay, jumping into our trainer cards, we're using the A-Spec computer search, and this is going to help me find any card I need in my deck at any given time. We're using 4 junk arms today to get back any of our trainer cards that we might need. Great card to have. We're also using Legend Box. Now this is a cool trainer. It reveals the top 10 cards of your deck. If you reveal both halves of a Pokemon Legend, put those cards onto your bench right away and attach all revealed energy cards to that Pokemon Legend. Then you shuffle the other cards back in your deck. So that gives you an option right there to get set up very, very quickly. So I thought that was a great great card to put in there. I run 4 copies of it. I don't know if that's the right number of it, but I figured it's better than nothing, right? At least it offers me a chance. Now, because Plasma is such a big deal in legacy formats, I decided to put in Loss Remover. This will slow down a Mewtwo EX. What I was talking about, it should slow down maybe at least momentarily a Genesect EX that's relying on Plasma energy. Maybe he couldn't G-Booster right away or whatever, and knocks out, let's say, my Keldeo or whatever, and I can slow him down. I just thought I'd put it in there. It's probably not a needed card considering that they're going to hit me for weakness anyway, which is devastating to my deck. So whatever. Now for speed purposes, I put in 2 rare candies to try and get my Blastoise set up a little bit faster. The reason why I run 2, when you say, oh yeah, you might only need 1, well, just in case that one is prized, I want to be able to have the option to upgrade as soon as I can. It just gives me a little bit more to work with. So because I know that my Pokemon are going to be getting knocked out I run 2 Super Rod. As you guys know, I like to run 2 Super Rod Tool Scrapper, and I think that that's a good way to do it. I know a lot of people only like to run one, but every time I try to run one, I always run into problems. So anyways, Tool Scrapper, great ability. I mean, great effect of dealing with Garbodor, because Garbodor actually destroys my deck. So you know, that's an effective countermeasure, at least for a turn, and maybe that turn might be enough to give me the win. It also works against a deck like Tool Drop Trubbish, where they require a lot of tools attached to their Sigilifts, so that, you know, they can do high amounts of damage. To find my Pokemon, I have the Ultra Ball. You discard 2 cards from your hand, and then you search your deck for a Pokemon. Right? It's pretty straightforward. It's a staple of any deck, I think. Because every card to me in this deck is important, I don't want to be discarding any of my cards if I don't have to. I got some options in the Junk Arm, Computer Search, and the Ultra Ball, but other than that, I don't really want to rely on a supporter that's going to be discarding me, so I opted not to go that route, and I left Juniper out. Now, I have Professor Oak's new theory. You shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. I run 3 copies of N, which is a great card. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck and then draws a card for each of his or her remaining prize cards. Now, you can see why this card is great. I am pretty sure that I'm going to be losing prize cards pretty quickly. So if I could slow him down by disrupting him by limiting the amount of cards he has in his hand, that's a great card for me. Oh, sorry guys, I run 4 copies of Professor Oak. Another way that I'm going to potentially disrupt my opponent is through the use of Getsis. Your opponent reveals his or her hand and shuffles all item cards found there into his or her deck. Now this is great for guys that need a lot of items in their decks, like Tool Drop Trubbish needs a lot. You know, guys that like to run lasers and rare candies and all that kind of stuff, you know, it kind of slows them down a little bit, and hopefully it'll slow them down enough that I can get set up and get going. Now, for when we have our bench set up and the opponent has his bench set up, and I need a lot of cards in my hand, I decided to tech in one Colress. Now you shuffle your hand into your deck, and then you draw a number of cards equal to the number of bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, for a maximum of 10 cards, which is great. Now, to also supplement my draw supporting is Tropical Beach. I love this stadium. It goes great with Blastoise or any other stage 2 that you might be thinking of running, but to read the card, it is once during each player's turn that player may draw cards until he or she has 7 cards in their hand, and if he or she does, that player's turn ends. Right? It's pretty fantastic. It's a strategic stadium card. It's great for going first. When you put everybody on your bench and in your active spot, your energies and all that kind of stuff, and you're down to the nitty gritty of 1 or 2 cards left in your hand, bang, you can't do anything anyway, so you click on Tropical Beach, you refresh your hand into 7 cards, and you know, it's like having an extra supporter, right? Plus there's your opponent might be tempted to use it too, right? So that's pretty good. It also counteracts stadiums like Burbank City Gym and you know, all of those kinds of good stuff. Now I run 2 float stones. Maybe I should have ran 3, maybe I should have ran 4, I have no idea, but I figured 2 would be enough, and if it got Tool Scrapper, then I could easily Junk Arm for it. So, and then I run 12 basic water energy, and I didn't know if that was the right amount to run. I thought about running 15 just because we're using Legend Box, but you know, I figured that might be good enough anyway. So there's my deck list. And actually, if you can see, I won with it once, and you know, I edited it once, and the one edit that I did was I did not have Lost Remover in there. I did not have Lost Remover, and I ran Juniper. No wait, I didn't run Juniper. did shit, I don't remember. I changed two things anyway, and they were not big changes to the deck structure or anything like that, but you know, it worked well, I guess. But we're gonna go ahead and get into a couple of battles, and we're gonna go and check it out. So let's play. Legacy format, Kyogre Groudon Legend. Alright, let's go. Find a match right away. And oh my goodness, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Well, buddy, you are on the air. You are battling against Dapett with a brand new, almost completely untested deck. Yes, we would like to go first. So good luck, and hopefully you're not going to just beat the snot out of me. Too bad. Okay, this might be an actually this might actually be a good thing. Excuse me, guys. I started off with my Sequeen. Hopefully he has an EX card there. He doesn't, but I see a Tynamo, which leads me to believe that he's got Rayquaza EX and Raikou EX, possibly. I didn't get a look at what his types were. He might have had a Keldeo in there, or you know. So that's pretty important. So anyways, we're gonna, wow, look at this. I can get my legend set up right away. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get rid of Wartortle, and you know what, let's go with Blastoise. We're just gonna get rid of that. We're gonna find the other half of the legend, which was the top half we're missing. Alright, so we're gonna put that in there, bang, and away we go. And then we're gonna attach an energy card to our Groudon legend, and let's try and find another one. We did not find it. Oh, that's not good. Okay. You know what, guys? We're gonna discard the rest of the cards in this hand. Right now, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get out our computer search, and we're going to use our computer search to get our Tropical Beach. We need to try and get through this pretty quickly, I think. Where are you, Tropical Beach? Right there. Okay, good. Speed is the best defense against... Oh my goodness, what a way to draw. That's horrible. Yeah, I think speed is the best defense against something like this. I'm pretty sure Lost Remover in this deck is pretty useless, I think. So it's not going to be a good situation for me. Tool Scrapper I can see being an okay thing. Well, obviously I'm okay, I don't know how I won that. I'm pretty sure I played that horribly and made bad choices, and maybe my deck list is not great, and if I went into a long drawn out battle, I have no illusions that I would have won. But well, that's cool. At least I won. Okay, so let's try this again, and hopefully we can do something good with it. Okay, so Metal, Fire, Colorless, and Psychic. Holy moly. Well played, buddy. We didn't even play yet. You have to flip your coin. Joe Dez 99 or Yodez. I don't know how to pronounce her name, buddy. But you are on the air. It is the Pet's channel. Ah, there you go. He might have been just lagging. I want a coin flip, so yes, I want to go first. Alright, let's go. Oh my goodness. I start off with the legend, but because it's not a basic, I cannot do nada. Wow, if I would have had a basic instead of Colress, that would have been mighty fine. Okay. So we start off with a Mr. Mime. So guys, this is where Getsis really comes into shine, and I hope it works out well. He starts off with a Jirachi, so we're gonna go ahead and use our legend box. Oh, and what do you know? We find it. And there's even 2 energy in there. Wow! That's fantastic. One half, right? And the other half. Bang! That was fantastic. Oh man, that was so great. And then we get to put this guy on there, and hopefully we can disrupt our opponent a little bit. Hey, let's check that out. And he's got 1 item, 2 items, 3 items, 4 items in his hand. That's fantastic, guys. Wow, that worked out a lot better. Wow, and he quit. Wow, that was fantastic. The speed at which this deck can get set up at times is amazing. So there you guys go. I would have got my Squirtle set up. You know, I probably would have tried to get another legend up and going. You know, if I could, to try and maximize the speed of this deck. But that worked out fantastic. Wow, I had no idea. Well, let's try this again. I think that was pretty good. Oh, look, I'm facing this guy again. Okay, well, I know he's got a Rayquaza deck, so no idea why they're having me face him again. But it is against one of the top 4 decks in Legacy, so hopefully I can have another great start and sort of put a stop to him before he gets a chance to get set up, which would be pretty fantastic. And I got a mulligan, so he gets a free card. Oh, I start out with a Mr. Mime. That's not good. That's not a good thing for me right now. Okay, let's see. Oof, and he starts the right way this time. Okay, so Float Stone on Dynamo. Yeah, that's not so good. If you guys know anything about Pokemon, you guys know it's very RNG based at times. So sometimes even the most consistent deck lists will get hit with that. So we're gonna go ahead and get out our Keldeo right away, since we have a Float Stone. We're gonna use N. I don't really want to refresh his hand because it didn't really seem like he had a whole lot going on there. But yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. Now, I don't really think I want to get rid of this tool right now since we can't switch it out, and he might be running Keldeo, so I don't really think it's a needed thing. What do I need? I need Tropical Beach. So Lost Remover in this deck is pretty useless. So I think I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna get rid of my Tool Scrapper. We're probably gonna get out a Tropical Beach, like I said. Now this is not a good start for me, and we're gonna have to get out a Squirtle. And the reason why I want to get out of the Squirtle right now is that I have a chance to upgrade on my next turn into the Blastoise. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna use Tropical Beach and refresh our hand. So it might work out for me. I wish I had started first. So he's got a 1/1 line of Electric. He's got 2 Rayquazas, the Burn Tower Stadium, and Eevee. Wow, he's got a kind of he's got a lot going on in his deck right now. So he used the Skyla as his supporter for the turn. And what is he searching out? A level ball or an ultra ball, or what's he gonna do? He's got no energy in the discard, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Not too sure what else he's got going on, and it seems like he's taking a long time to do. Okay, he grabs Rock Guard. Rock Guard, okay. Well, that's a little strange. He's gonna attack me for... Oh, he doesn't attack me. Okay. Well, let's try to use Legend Box. And it doesn't work. Just my luck, go figure. So we're gonna get rid of one energy, and we're gonna get rid of the tool. We're gonna find the top half of our legend. Top half, yes. Okay, good. Alright, so we're gonna put him on the bench. There it is, and you know, that's how he looks. Pretty cool. We're gonna attach one energy, and hopefully we'll be able to rare candy here, guys. Rare candy and load him up and start attacking. Doesn't happen. Alright, so we know that's not gonna work, so I might as well get rid of it, just so that I can draw extra cards with using my Tropical Beach. There it is. There it is right there. So if he kills my Mr. Mime here, that's kind of fine, because I will be able to hopefully start discarding him right away, and hopefully be able to wipe out his bench in the process. Now I hope this is how it's gonna go down. I hope. I also have Sequeen. I know he doesn't run Garbodor in this deck, so my Sequeen is pretty safe. If he uses Escape Rope, that's who I'm going to be putting in. Unless he catchers me. But catcher is a coin flip, so my guys are reasonably safe. Put the Silver Bangle on. What? Silver Bangle doesn't even work when you put it on Pokemon X. Excluding Pokemon X, yeah. I'm not really too sure what this guy has going on in his deck. He's probably deck testing like me. But there's Colress. He's going to be drawing 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 cards. Good to have. Upgrades his Dynamo into Electric. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to start next round energy accelerating his guys. So he brings out a level ball. Ooh, an Eevee. Okay. That worries me a little bit. Okay, so he discards his energy, which is fine. He decided to take his Burn Tower Stadium. No, he did not. I don't remember what exactly that was. But we're going to go ahead and we are going to rare candy the Blastoise. We're going to start going ham, and we need this guy set up right away. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got energy in here. I got 4 energy in here. Oh my goodness, already. Jeez. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to junk arm. We're going to get rid of this N, and we're going to get rid of this bottom half of the legend, because we don't need it anyway. I need energy in my deck, so I'm going to use the rod to get back all energy, 3 of them anyway. I'm going to draw with Professor Oak, and boom, there's some energy for you right there. That's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to go like that. We're going to start loading him up, but also we're going to start loading up, I think, this Sequeen. I thought about loading up the Keldeo, but because he's running a lot of EX cards in his deck, I decided that we're going to go that route. We're also going to be using the Tool Scrapper, I think, and what we're going to be doing is taking off these float stones, because in order for him to continue energy accelerating, he needs to retreat. So he'll probably put a fire energy here and then sort of do some funky energy acceleration there. And I don't want him to have a free retreat, so we're gonna go like that. We're gonna rush in, and we're gonna start putting this legend to the test. All right, so Tidal Wave. Here we go. So I discarded. Wow, I discarded 2 energy from his hand. I hit everybody on his bench for 60 damage. Wiped out that Eevee, and wow. Okay, so all of his guys are now in trouble, and because my attack wasn't directed at Rayquaza, I suffered no negative consequences from against this rock guard, which would have hit me for 60 damage if I would have attacked him. So I think that was a pretty fantastic outcome. I can't really say because it's too early in the game, but I think this guy's in trouble. Wow, I am so surprised at that. Imagine if that had been 3 energy. I would have wiped out that electric, I would have wiped out that Victini, I would have halved the Rayquaza, and I definitely would have wiped out, well, that guy too. So that would have been 3 prize cards in one shot. That's fantastic. And he would have had no way to energy accelerate, so I would have felt reasonably safe to just continue going ham. So he energy accelerates his routine. Okay. Yeah, he quits. I'm pretty sure he knew he was in trouble. Wow, so that's 3 matches in a row where it's been pretty decent actually. Now, I think I'm going to do one more match for you guys just because I'm actually enjoying playing this deck. I think this is a great deck. Now, I won't know exactly, like, obviously this deck has a lot of problems, it does, but for really a non-competitive deck, well, I guess a non-competitive for me because I don't know how to play it properly, that's pretty fantastic. The Almighty Zero, uh-oh, I don't know who this is, but with a name like Almighty, you know, that's pretty dangerous. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go first. And we're gonna see if we can get this party started right away. Okay, again, I take him all again. Gee, he gets a free card. So, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah, you're on the air. He's probably grabbing a coffee or, you know, just probably doing something. But he seems to like Kyogre. He's got the Kyogre deck box. Looks like that's a Groudon coin. Wow. You know what? He might be running a legend deck as well. And the reason why I say that, I don't know if it's just me or if it's just anybody, but if I'm building a deck, I want my gameplay choices to reflect what my deck is about. And I really believe that Blastoise is the star of this deck. It's not my main attacker or whatever, but without my Blastoise, oh my god, this deck is dead. So that's why I got the coin, the deck box, and the sleeves. Plus they look good too. So. Okay, buddy. Okay. Well, at least we're getting some half-decent stats. And getting through the ladder actually kind of fairly quickly. Okay, you know what? Let's do one more match. You guys, I cannot control who I run into in these matches. So, but I think you guys have seen that this deck can get set up pretty quickly. Oh yeah, the Lugia legend that you guys see in the background there, that is a friend's deck list that I copied and never played. Okay, Sidrez, or I don't know how to say your name. Sorry, buddy. I'm terrible at names, but yes, we want to go first. Welcome to Dapett PTCGO channel, buddy. All right, so we got start off with a Squirtle, which is not ideal. So we're gonna have to try and fix that. Oh my goodness, and we're playing against a plasma deck. Yuck. Okay. So I don't find the legend. It's not good. I don't think I need the tool scrapper in here right now. So what am I gonna put? Okay, well, we're gonna get rid of the tool. We're gonna get rid of 1 energy. We're going to bring out Sequeen. Even though I know he's probably running Plasma Kyurem, I need to get a Mime on my bench as quickly as I can. Oh wow, what do you know? Okay, I got a Mime on my bench. I'm not gonna do the energy attachment. Actually, you know what? I am. I'm gonna go like that, and I'm just gonna retreat it before my Sequeen, and that's gonna have to be it. So yeah, there comes the laser. Probably Kyurem. Yeah, there's the Kyurem. But at least he can only hit my Sequeen. Wow, and he places that. Ooh. Oh my goodness. And he gets rid of a plasma energy to make use of Thunderous's attack. Wow, this is... Ooh, I'm in trouble. Okay, this guy means business. Holy moly, he means business. For sure. And that's what I love about plasma decks. They can get set up very, very fast. Now, if I had Getsis right away, I might have been able to put a little bit of a kibosh on his ability to get set up pretty quickly, but meh. So what we're gonna do is actually we're going to take this away from him. We're gonna get rid of those energies. Now you guys might be saying, well, why not get rid of his plasma energy? He needs these energies to attack, not the other ones. So I'm pretty sure he's got a supporter in there, so I'm not gonna bother using Getsis right now. We're gonna try and get our legend going, and it doesn't work. Ouch. Okay, so we're gonna use Oak. And we're gonna get rid of that. And oh my goodness, this is not good. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Well, we're gonna attach this to the Mime just because he's gonna be next in our active spot. We're going to wait on that because he's probably gonna get KO'd, and then we're gonna be using that. I really do not want to use N if I can help it. If he doesn't, okay, never mind, he has a supporter. Had to get rid of his junk arm. Now whether he just drew into that Juniper or not, okay, I can see that I am in trouble here. Alright, he takes the first prize. Now my best defense against a deck like this is my Lost Removers. So if I can get that rolling pretty quickly, that would be nice. So what I'm going to actually do is I am going to Ultra Ball away one end, probably the other Ultra Ball, depending on what I draw into here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of the Squirtle, and I'm going to get rid of the Ultra Ball. I'm going to get out of Blastoise. I'm going to rare candy that Blastoise. Okay, so now I can get set up doing what I need to do here, as long as I draw into the appropriate cards. So I'm going to get out both my energies and my Sequeen because I need him back on my bench. I'm going to end him. He's already got 5 cards in his hand, but what else? Okay, good. That's actually kind of an okay thing for me. I'm going to put my legend, get him set up. I'm going to do a singular energy attachment. I'm going to use Lost Remover. I'm going to take away another of his attacking energies. I'm gonna leave him in the active spot. And then I'm just gonna use Tropical Beach to draw. Because I need to try and get this set up here. Now, I'm not in danger yet. He's down to 26 cards. Oh boy. Well, that's no good. Well, let's put in... You know what? Yeah, let's just put in a legend. He's only going to be able to hit me for... Oh my goodness. Wait, he already did an energy attachment, so he's not hitting me for weakness. So he's going to hit me for 30, 40, 50 damage. Yeah, 50 damage. Oof. Oh, okay. Make that 80 with the laser. Yeah, 50 damage. Okay, that works. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take away some of your resources here, buddy. Actually, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of that. Try and limit you on what you can do. Let's see here. Okay, I don't need the super rod right now, but I think I will soon. So we're gonna go ahead and use Junk Arm. We're gonna get rid of these two guys. We're gonna get back our Lost Remover, and we're gonna take away another of his attacking energies. Alright, so that slows him down quite a bit. We're gonna use our rod to get our Pokemon back as much as we can, and we're going to draw with Oak and try and get some... Oh, that was almost it. That was almost it. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. We're going to start powering this guy up. And we're gonna put down Keldeo. Oh, okay, wow. I was gonna use the computer search to get another water energy and then use Blastoise to attach it. Wow, okay, so I beat Rayquaza Eel. Mind you, that was probably a deck testing idea, and I don't think it was very well built. But it might have been just RNG, you know. So, and I also beat, you know, one of the top decks out there, EDK. But as you can see, every deck has a weakness, and you know, Lost Remover is definitely a bane to any plasma deck that relies on special energies. So with that, guys, I played in a bunch of matches. I think you've seen the speed of this deck. I think you've seen what this deck can be capable of. So, you know what? Try the deck out. You know, it definitely has some merit. So there you go. There you go, guys. That's my deck for and the reason why I'm going to stop this video is because I don't want to make this deck 3 hours long. It's probably already close to an hour. And that's pretty long. So I'm just gonna cut it there. You guys seen that it can get set up very quickly when it needs to. When Legend Box works, it can get, the speed of this deck is there. It can get there, you know, guys. So with that, this is Dapett, you know, saying see you later and happy sniping. All right, guys, see ya.